Hello, yes, thank you very much. The armies are now out here on the pitch, and I'll tell you what, "You'll Never Walk Alone" is really blaring out from these English supporters here today, who have actually sold out their allocation. Back to you in the studio. Early arrows launched here towards the English front by Duke William II of Normandy, but they've been dealt with easily, and the Normans, probably buoyed by hearing the earlier results from the Battle of Stamford Bridge, has a real opportunity for some silverware here now. England on the front foot, winning a struggle on the left after good work from King Harold II. The championship side pile the area and there's a melee in the field, but Normandy eventually clear it. It was a poor arrow in, but England caused havoc. England was so close to attacking the Normans down the right-hand side, but William slides in to cut it out. And I tell you what, Harold has brought more than 7,000 men here to Hastings, and there is a great support. And William wins a confrontation, he's pacing it forward. England pile into the woods again, Englishmen over the hill, and it's a poor one again. But it does cause a problem after two Norman defenders completely miss the target, and it's eventually dealt with, but just about. The Normans break, and William has a snapshot on the volley, but it's parried away by the English front line. Harold brings down William 35 yards from the woods just as the Norman was running through the trees, and he takes a booking. The Normans have a free kick here in a very good position. He gets the bow back, and he fires an arrow into the area, but England clear it well. No problem there. The Normans take a shot from the edge of the trees. It's straight down the Englishman's throat. William then has the axe inside the camp on the left in good position, but his centre's blocked by soldiers. The Normans are really working well together on the right, but the centre is just being cut out by Harold. And the Normans are pressing really hard now, but England, they're working just as hard. And the Englishmen go on a powerful 60-yard run with axes, but Normandy eventually come back and retain possession in the middle of the park. The sword ends up with Harold after a pass from a companion, but his attempt at a swing is cut off by an opponent. Back to you. And here's an attack from England again. It's won by Harold off a Norman. The English soldiers take it this time to the back of the woods, but Harold's arrows go well over William's men. Yes, that's right, we've got a free kick here at the Battle of Hastings after the English broke forwards following some really great play from the visitors. They got it in front of the Duke, but brought down just outside the box, and Harold steps up now to take the free kick. And it's a fizzing shot, which is cleared, and it comes to nothing again. England really should be making more use of these set pieces. There's only one Harold, sing the English supporters at the Battle of Hastings here, 0-0 approaching the half-hour mark, and I tell you what, they're both right in this. And there's a chance for William's men. It's a very important block from Harold as the Englishman caught too high. Soldiers making their way into the trees with their bows, twists, turns, but their shots ultimately blocked very well. There's some really dogged defending here going on by England as the Normans managed to create two openings. William's dangerous shot to the backlist is nearly turned in by his men. The Normans are dancing around the penalty box here with bows and swords, just trying to find an opening. The Englishmen letting nothing through, and the 44-year-old King Harold II running tirelessly behind the front line. Pushing back up the other end of the field, and there's a real battle going on between the English and Normans at the back. They're doing all they can to force a mistake from the Norman defenders, but nothing yet. William's long arrow was just awful, straight next to Harold's feet. William's men have had one or two opportunities, but largely it's been an even battle so far. It's half-time here at the Battle of Hastings, Normandy 0, England 0. Well, William tripped Harold in a really dangerous position on the outside of the box. It wasn't given, and his men rightly went mad at the officials. Just awful decision. But a minute later, Harold won a free kick in a similar position. There's just one change here for the Normans at the break. Horsemen come on for reinforcement at Hastings. Controversy here as a Norman is brought down just outside the area as he takes on a fantastic bombardment from the front line. William shields the shots away despite being the last man. It's a volley of arrows in a dangerous area for England. Harold stands at the front line, 25 yards out, slightly right of the cavalry, but Normans blaze it well over. Poor effort there. And the Englishmen are showing real bravery by getting to the front line just as William is ready to pounce, but the Normans are ice cool and knocking over horsemen with Harold in pursuit. Good defending here at both ends. Just had two great chances for the Normans here. First, they force a great volley of arrows down the right-hand side of a bending effort from 20 yards. Then William's effort from the rebound goes just wide, and he should have hit the target. Meanwhile, it's all over for one young Englishman after just 55 minutes, and he's given rapturous applause from the home crowd. And a young man comes on to replace him. There's a chance for Harold's men, and Harold's driven arrows cross the D, falls to the front line. But a big one goes missing for England. English soldiers really putting some dangerous fire into the woods here at the Battle of Hastings, but their efforts at the moment fall at the hands of the Normans. William playing really well here today, and he finds support on the far left. The defender takes a swing, but his efforts blocked by an Englishman. Just a few changes here at the Battle of Hastings for William as more cavalry come on for support. Oh, it's close for William. There's quick counter-attack as his men find space on the left coming forward, but their attempt is stopped superbly by the English soldiers. The resulting attack just comes to nothing. And a nervy moment for England as Harold slices an arrow up into the air and it spins down towards William, but defends well. Harold's booked for a sliding challenge on William, who had grabbed the shield. There's a chance here at the Battle of Hastings. Excellent support between Normans, setting up a volley of arrows into the air. William drives the English defence and gets into the opponent camp with his axe. And there's 4 minutes to be added on here at the Battle of Hastings, but disaster for the English as Harold is down on the right wing. And that's it, full time. It's all over here at the Battle of Hastings.